Alright guys, so I'm just letting you know ahead of time. Y'all know me, this is Dion, your 49ers reporter, back again. I know I've been gone for a few weeks. I know we've lost the last couple of weeks. Just haven't had the time to really get in here and take a look at it. But today I did have some free time. So I do want to say, of course, we have another W. We got another W on the board. So we're 3-10. It leaves us 3 games to at least get back to 6-10 again. You know, that'll be 2 seasons where we can do that. If we can go ahead and make it happen. Looks like we got to play the Rams again. So if they're resting their starters because they've already clinched the playoff spot, then we can go ahead and make that happen. I believe they're playing the Bears right now. Looks like it's about 3-0. I believe the Bears are up. Don't quote me on that because I haven't looked at it yet. But we had a really good game. We had a good game defensively, good game offensively. We got back going again. There was at least 2 touchdowns and at least one, a couple of field goals as well. So I just, taking a look at everything, we can go ahead and I'll give y'all some quick stats real fast. So this is the beauty of this is we played a really good defense, you know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, their front 7 is where their strength lies on the Broncos defense. It's not necessarily their DBs like it used to be, where they had Keith Lee and Chris Harris, and then they had a couple of safeties on the back end and some interchangeable dudes. It's not like that anymore. So it's a little bit different because, to tell you the truth, from a defensive standpoint, they had 5 sacks. You know what I'm saying? Bradley Chubb had 2. Von Miller had 1. D'Amato Pecco had 1. There was a couple of sacks there. I'm sorry, yeah, Bradley Chubb had 2. Von Miller had 1. And, wait a minute. Nope, 3 sacks, I apologize. So it's just Bradley Chubb and Von Miller, which you kind of expect those guys to get to the quarterback. That's just nothing new. So it's just, their defense is actually fairly solid, so this was a good game for us to play. We actually played a quality quarterback in Case Keenum. He didn't fare too well. He only threw 1 touchdown. He only had 186 yards, so it wasn't much. Now, on the other side of the ball, since we decided to run with Nick Mullins for the rest of the year, which I figure is better for us to do, he's already got more wins than C.J. Beathard now. He already has 2 wins on his career. I believe he's now 2-2 or 2-3, if I'm not mistaken. So we have Nick Mullins that has 20 out of 33, 332 yards, average of 10 yards a pass, 2 TDs and 1 pick. So I'll take the 1 pick over the, and that's just not a big deal. We're 3 sacks. He lost about 27 yards on each one of those, but I mean, it's Von Miller, it's Bradley Chubb. It's going to be kind of hard to block those guys. And plus, they're linebackers. You can't get, they can come off the edge at any point. They can come up the middle at any point. So it's a little bit harder to block them, whereas we didn't let anybody on their actual line get to them. So that was beautiful. This kid, Jeff Wilson, had 23 carries for 90 yards. It looks like we were just doing our thing. But I do have to state this, and I want y'all to pay close attention. The last great tight end we had was Vernon Davis. Vernon Davis is now in Washington. He was with Alex Smith again, and probably was starting to look a little bit better. But with that being said, now we have this guy, George Kittle. Kittle is like Vernon Davis on crack. This guy is amazing. If you don't know who George Kittle is, look him up. Look his highlights up. We done played with Garoppolo, we done played with Beathard, and we done played with Mullins. 3 different quarterbacks, and this guy has pulled basically a DeAndre Hopkins. And if y'all don't know what I mean by that, then y'all not really football fans, so I'll give you a simple explanation. Doesn't matter who's throwing him the ball. He will get it. He will make plays. I mean, just look at the highlights from today. It was ridiculous. That touchdown run was just unruly. I mean, he just went, the dude just goes off. I'm sorry. You got to respect him, man. I don't care what tight end in the league it is. You got to put people in the top, in top 5 tight ends. I'm going to tell you right now, I look at George Kittle as number 1. The next guy up, I have to say, is Travis Kelce. And Kelce is consistent. He's always around. He's not injured. I don't put Gronk in. Gronk's maybe number 3, 4, or 5. And he's leaning more toward 5 because Gronk can't stay healthy. That's his biggest issue is his health. So that's the hard part. But Kittle is a beast. And if you didn't vote for him for the Pro Bowl, fuck you. You must be out your mind. This guy is a beast. He comes out every game, first 1,000-yard tight end we've had ever. I mean, I'm just saying, bro. Like y'all, you gotta respect the man's game. He's out there. He balls out. He goes hard. I mean, you gotta look at it like this. Nick Mullins had 332 yards. 210 of them went to Kittle. So you gotta think about it. It's like what, 112 yards, 120, 120. Yeah, 100 and some odd yards. I'm not good with math. 100 and some odd yards that other receivers had. So you had Dante Pettis. He had three receptions for 49 yards and another touchdown. So that's 3 games in a row where D. Manning scored about scored every game. KB, Kendrick Bourne had 2 for 22. Juice had 2 for 21. Marquise Goodwin had 2 for 20. We had Trent Taylor 1 for 6. Jeff Wilson 1 for 6. Alfred Morris, he had 1 for 3. Now here's the thing. We only let them score 14 points, but we did have some turnover issues. We had 3 fumbles. So Goodwin had a fumble, Richie James had a fumble, and Jeff Wilson had a fumble. Kendrick Bourne had a recovery. You know what I'm saying? And then, on the defensive side of the ball, we had 2 sacks. It was by DJ Reed and Ronald Blair. Reed probably came off the end and sacked him or something like that. I didn't get to watch the game, but I caught the highlights, and of course ESPN is my best friend on my phone. But I'm just telling y'all, like, we really played a really good game, solid defensively. In the first half, we shut them out. They didn't even score until the second half. So you got to think about it like that. I mean, it's always about us continually making sure that we can do everything to be good about it. We didn't have any interceptions. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't think we only had 1 pass defense, and that was by Elijah Lee, and he's a linebacker, so it doesn't bode well for our DBs. But, we had a couple QB. We had 9 QB hits, 2 from Marsh, 2 from Solly. Then you had Defoe with 1. You had Ronald Blair with another, DJ Jones, Eric Armstead, and DJ Reed, of course. So, I mean, this is just going to be short and sweet. I'm just telling y'all right now, we had a wonderful game. Stay up, Niner Nation. Stay blessed. Stay peaceful. And, next game up, let's see who we got on the list, because I know we have to play the Seahawks again, but I think this time it's at home. So let me double check for you guys, and we shall see. Where is my damn schedule at? Let's go back. Yeah, so it's 3-3 right now with the Rams and the Bears. Kind of banking on that. And if y'all didn't see the ending to that New England and the Dolphins game, man, the Dolphins pulled off a miracle, a serious miracle. This shit was raw. But, I mean, hey, you can't be mad at them guys. They did their thing. So, yeah, we won that. Next up, we have the Seahawks at our house. So we should be able to have a better chance at home against them. I know they got us the last time, but, I mean, beating the Seahawks in their house is really hard to do. It's very few teams that actually do it. I think, in our division, most of the time, I know the Cardinals went up there a few years ago and whooped them, just broke them off and was laughing at their fans because their fans were super quiet. I know the Rams have went up there and beat them a few times, too. We haven't beat the Seahawks in years, just in general, let alone beating them in their house, so hopefully this will be another W for us. We can get a little 2-game winning streak on. After the Seahawks, we have the Bears, and then we'll have the Rams for our final game of the season. We can probably pull off another W, like I said, if we're going to play them, because if they already have a playoff spot locked in, they'll most likely rest their starters as they normally do, as any playoff team would, and then we, should be easy W for us. But playing the Bears are going to be a heck of a task because they're looking really good. Like I said, score for them is 3-3 right now. So at a bare minimum, honestly, I'd rather the Rams beat the Bears. Shout out to my boy Josh. I love you, man, but I just need them to go ahead and beat them so they can get this. And then we can go ahead and do what we got to do on our own. But stay blessed, stay peaceful. Have a good night. Have a good Sunday night. And go Niners.